Alright, Monday, January 22nd, Dreamlog. First thing I can remember in the dream, I'm trying to get my feel on with this British chick friend of mine um, that we shared some intimate times in the past. But then in this dream, it's no bueno for her, and she's all like, "Whew, excuse me, you're trying to get your feel on? Why the fuck did you come in?" And like, just give me this sass. Can't even remember exactly what she said. Um, But as she's giving me this sass, she's slowly walking backwards through this hallway. And then eventually at the end of the hallway, the room like opens up and it all of a sudden it's a huge like opera stage. And all of a sudden she's like in this Broadway musical. And it was such a goofy musical. And I like follow her down the hallway, and then I like at first I'm watching the musical, but then eventually I start I'm in the musical, and but I'm like this goofy figure that's getting thrown around. There's a lot of people getting thrown around, but I remember I'm like tripping and falling, and it's very slapstick comedy, and it was so funny. I wish I could remember more of the specifics and like draw what happened. It was just hilarious, and I remember at one point I like get pushed over into one person in the audience, and they get really pissed off. He looks like he's like some wealthy Arabic guy that's like big and fat, and it was like near the where you leave the theater, and he's filming me. He's like filming me right up to my face, and I'm just like, fuck that. I just grab his phone and I'm like running away, but then he's like yelling at me to give his phone back, and I turn back, say okay, and I throw him his phone back. But then I leave this now theater, and it turns out, or I leave, and it's all of a sudden I'm inside this museum. I used to work at in a restaurant inside the Aga Khan Museum, and all of a sudden I'm inside that museum, and I leave the museum. This is my favorite part of the dream. Um, I leave the museum, and it's so fucking sunny out, and I have my skateboard, and it's just like as far as I can see, it's like a huge just field of the smoothest concrete, and I'm just gliding across it, and I remember looking back, and the sun just looks beautiful. It's like this sea of concrete, and then the edge there's just like forestry, and it looks so beautiful. I felt like I was like in Eureka 7 or something, that kind of hilly field kind of feel, but